Okay, so at the last step, you researched your resources, you found out exactly what products you would need um, to make your good or your service, and you should have come up with the total cost. So that's the amount of expenses you're going to have, the amount of money you are going to spend on your product. So that all happened in step one. In step two, we're going to do what's called a cost profit analysis. So you're going to click on this link. Again, we always start by going to File, make a copy, and rename it with your group name. And so you get rid of copy of and go cost profit analysis. Okay? So this is a template for you to use. You will need the information from the last activity to be able to complete it. So let's see, the total cost of resources. So at the end, after you've added up all of your human resources, all of your capital resources, the total price of everything together, you would put it here. So for example, I'm going to be spending $20. That's my total cost for everything, 20 bucks. Here we put the number of products we hope to make. So you've already kind of calculated that when you found out the yield. But depending, you might be selling more than one product. If you're selling a service, you're kind of thinking about how many people you're hoping to sell to. So just figuring out how many you think you're going to sell with the resources that you've bought. So for example, I'm going to hope to be able to make 40 of my product. Okay? So now I have my total cost and the number of the product I'm going to make. So our next step is to find our unit cost. So remember, our unit cost is basically the least amount of money we could charge just to make back our expenses. So we would not earn a profit, we wouldn't make any money from the business, we would just make back the money we spent if we sold all of our product. So that's our unit cost. And the way we find that out is to divide the total amount of money we've spent. So for me, I've spent $20. We divide that by the number of the product. So I'm making 40 of my product. All right, so I'm going to divide 20 divided by 40. So my unit price is going to be 50 cents. Because if I multiplied 50 cents times 40, I would get back the $20 that I have invested. So again, I wouldn't be making any profit on that. This is just the minimum I could charge to make back what I've spent on this product. So our first step is to figure out our unit price. Oh, I had the math there for you too. So yeah, 20 divided by 40 equals 0.5 or 50 cents. All right, the next step is to start thinking about our profit. How much money might you make on this product? So as a group, this is really up to you. You could decide, hey, our unit price is only 50 cents, but we're going to charge $500 for our product. That's totally your choice. But you really need to ask yourself, is this a reasonable price? Are people going to want to pay what I'm charging for this? Especially, we're at a school. This is made by students. What's a reasonable price? You need to think, are you going to make a profit even if you don't sell all of your product? So if I made 40 bath bombs and I only sell 30 of them, will I still be able to make a profit with the price that I've set? And another really big thing to think about is if you're providing a service, so the face painting group especially, you need to think about how much time is it going to take for you to paint each face? Because let's say the market lasts for an hour and it takes you 30 minutes to do each face painting, then you're only going to be able to have 2 customers. So really think about, can you have more than 1 customer at a time? And how much time is it going to take you? Because that might change. You might charge more if it takes a lot of time. So I've thought about it. I'm spending 50 cents on my materials, and I've decided that my price is going to be, where did I put it? I'm going to charge $1.50. So I'm making a whole dollar of profit for every thing that I sell. So I'm making back my 50-cent unit price, and I'm also making $1. So our last step is to figure out our estimated profit. So again, the formula for profit is that we multiply our price, our final price, times the number that we're going to sell, So for me, that number is 40 minus our expenses. Because remember, we can't include our investment. We can't say, oh, I just made $1.50 times 40. You have to think about what you spent on your product. So for me, I did $1.50 times 40 minus $20. And that led, so $1.50 times 40 gave me $60, using my order of operations here. $60. I subtracted the $20. This is the money that I spent on materials, which leaves me with a $40 profit. That's pretty good. I made $40. So this is your job today, guys. We're analyzing our cost and our profit and making a prediction on how much money you think you're going to make if you sell all of your product. I hope this goes well for you. Message me if you have any questions.